Hey, you're probably here because you saw my Friday Night Funkin' mod that I made recently. I'm gonna talk about that in this video. So since there's an influx of new people, I guess I might as well introduce myself. My name is Ann, and I animate. That's kinda all I do is draw and animate and make music, so you know, I guess you can see where all of those skills fit into this mod. I kinda just wanted to make the mod because again, like this video, I didn't really have much else to do, but I really love Friday Night Funkin', so, you know, just thought it'd be pretty cool. And what better way to show that you love a game than shoving a self-insert into it? So right off the bat, right, everyone's wondering, who is Annie, and is she okay? And the answer to that is very simple. I have no idea. It's honestly just a persona. Interpret her however you want. The only concrete information I have for you is that the bottle she has is not water. It's not soda, it's not alcoholic at all, but it's carbonated. That's all I can really say. So how exactly did I go about putting this thing in the game? Well, I did what I do best, and I drew, and I animated. Wow. So in terms of, like, the actual design, it's inspired by, okay, one night, I had a beanie, and those, like, arm, like, warmer, like, sleeve things. I'll probably take a picture and show, and one night I just wore it, and I was like, oh, I look pretty neat. So this is all that it's based off of. It's nothing, like, amazing or special, it's just, I wore something one night, wow. And then actually fleshing it out necessarily, oh my god. I drew over Pico because that's who I wanted to replace. So I did that as a little rough thing, and then I drew it all here in Toon Boom Harmony. All of these parts are individual, so I made this like little rig and just animated it like I normally do. You got left, down, up. For some reason I put the idle right there, and then right. And then I have the animation for the menus, like story mode select, and then this one original like bouncing thing for the YouTube trailer, I guess. And that's just like, I don't even know what to call it. This is just like before she drinks the, the liquid. Which brings us on to the second file that I have. So this is the file for, again, I don't know what to call it, just after she drinks the liquid. You got your right, down, up, left, and then idle. I think this is like the best looking idle. In terms of going about designing this, I had some sketches right before I did it. Very, very rough little concepts. I wasn't sure if I wanted some like edgy like sans thing or actually showing the other eye, moving the hair away, but I decided to go with this right here that is overlaid. I completely forgot about having it drip out, but this is clearly what I went with. So this reflects Annie's real height. The only reason why she's so short is because I replaced Pico. It was just easier to align everything that way. It just makes it seem like she just grows like after drinking the liquid. So, you know. Moving on to the music and the sounds and the samples and whatever, you know? Annie's voice is my voice. I just kind of went, I went, huh, you know, like, huh. And then I just put that in Ableton, wow. And then that's how I just got this. And it worked, I guess. For Boyfriend, I took a very small sample from Bop Beep Bo, because I didn't want to, like, go through all the trouble of, like, recording my own boyfriend voice. I wish it, like, I probably could do that at a later date. Like, actually have him saying things instead of just, like, Undertale-esque, like, beeps and boops and whatnot. But that's kind of where the voice samples come from. In terms of the songs, we got the first one, Good Enough. Those of you who are fans of me previously, before I even made this mod, are familiar with Good Enough. It's kind of my little theme song, my jingle, I guess. So I just made that the first song. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much else to say about it. It's a song! Okay, by the way, just as a precursor, I have no idea what I'm doing with music at all. Like, I don't know any music theory or whatever. I just barf it onto the program and I'm like, you know, this sounds good, I guess. And apparently people agree. So it's working. Moving on to the second song, Lover. This song was not called Lover. originally. I literally just called it HS for no reason. I don't know. I'm not good at naming things. I think Lover's my favorite. I just like how it sounds. It's got a really nice feel to it. For those of you who've seen the older version, of course I added a little start, which was suggested by a close friend. And then with all these I added like these conclusions, I guess, because some of them just kind of ended. Like Lover just used to just... and then that's it. Like, it just ended there. So, you know, just added like little last big hit, big finish, stuff to that. Finally, we got Tug of War. I don't really like Tug of War, honestly. It's kind of eh to me. Like, overall, it's okay, but I mean, if I had to choose a specific part that I really like about it, it's this part. Like, when I made that, I was just like, ooh, yes! Songs like Good Enough and this one, Tug of War, were actually made Tug of War was made like a year ago. I kind of just saw this as an opportunity to be able to share my songs. I mean, you guys probably saw the old video where it was like, I put my songs in a Friday Night Funkin', but I didn't actually mod anything, I just made charts for them and put them in the game. But now I made a whole mod with a character and asset replacement and such. Moving on to the last song, Animal. This and Lover are I think are really good. Animal was the only one that was actually made with the gameplay in mind, because Good Enough, Lover, and Tug of War, those were all pre-made songs that I just kind of put into Friday Night Funkin'. I didn't put any design choices into that. I fixed those problems in the most recent update, but I think the reason why Animal is so good is because I really had it in mind while I was making it, what you will be playing. Yeah, Animal's pretty cool. This is the only song where I made the beat with the drum kit thing. It's not pre-made, and I think that helped a lot. So, you know, just a little thing to point out, I guess. Now that might be all of the songs covered. However, I've got a little sneak peeker. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna be in an update or something. It might be a song. I don't know. I'll just you know, you can listen to it. A little bit more of a lower mood on this one. I don't really have a title, but I guess I'll call it mediocre for now. But yeah, that's the songs. So you got the art, you got the music. What do we do with it? We put it in the game. So right here you got Annie's sprites. This is the monster sprite sheet. Specifically the Christmas one, obviously. That's kind of why they're in the Christmas outfits. I think I can change that. Maybe I'll go in and do that, but I'll see. But yeah, Monster had a lot more frames I could work with. And with each of these I had to go in and specify the position and the frame and all of these values. And it took a lot of experimentation, opening and closing the game, restarting the song over and over again. And it was so boring, but I mean worth it. But yeah, most of the tutorials were just you need to get Adobe Animate, and it's I'll just do it this way. In terms of the backgrounds, I got these. There wasn't really much inspiration, it was just a generic little thing. I mostly just drew over the existing assets, I drew the sky, slightly traced over the street, and just kind of recolored it with the grass in the back here as well. Some of you noticed that the drivers in the cars are funny. A neat little thing is that in the Philly background, the windows change colors every beat. It's random, but I made it so that the stoplight changed each time. It doesn't follow a specific order, so sometimes it'll like go from like red to green to yellow to green to red, you know. It doesn't like work per se, but I mean, you're not paying attention to it anyway. It's just a neat little thing. And then as for the stuff in the background, most of the stuff, as opposed to the two posters on the left, is just kind of friend-related stuff, like OCs and whatnot. So that's just kind of for our own. But then these two, you got the top hat seal, which I call Minnie from that recent animation. And then Miss Mediocre, wow. Which is just me, so. For the Christmas backgrounds, honestly, it's pretty lackluster. That's it, it's spikes. I don't know if it's another dimension or something. Replacing the music is as simple as just replacing the music. You just drag and drop the files with the same names, and then boom, that's what the song is now in the game. And then one minor thing that I don't know if anyone noticed was that, you know, in Philly the train passes, but I replaced the train passing with a car passing. Multiple cars passing. Yeah, that's basically kind of it. I mean, as I said at the beginning of the video, like, this whole mod was just like a little fun side project thing that I felt like doing. I never thought it would get popular, I guess. I know it's just kind of like, maybe for that week where it was first getting popular, like, that's probably the extent of it. Like, this is probably the last you're gonna hear mostly about it. Like, I know week 7 is coming up and they have some pretty big stuff planned. So if that ups the modding potential, then I'll probably remake the mod entirely with new sprites and cutscenes and stuff. But until that happens, that's just kind of it. I'm really glad and again just super surprised that people actually enjoyed it. Watching the videos of people playing it like genuinely put a smile on my face as to how they reacted, and it was just really crazy. And I'm glad you all enjoyed playing this Friday Night Funkin' mod. So yeah, that's kind of it. I don't really have many other things planned. I hope those of you that have discovered me through this mod stick around. Please check out my other stuff. At this point, I'm just trying my best to do what makes me happy. So yeah, thank you, and I love you. Bye bye.